Well, hello YouTubers, hello Facebook people, hello Twitter people, and hello LinkedIn people. This is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with all of you. Well, you guys have all been writing and saying, Psychic Bob, are we going to have our Sunday seance? And we certainly are. For those of you who are new to my channel, let me just give you a little bit about my background. I am a full-time professional psychic medium, and I come out of the old Spiritualist church tradition. For many years I worked as a medium in Spiritualist churches around the country, and I have a great love for that tradition. And a lot of you are going to say, well, Bob, I thought you were Wiccan. We saw a video where you're Wiccan. Well, the truth is I practice both spiritual traditions. Spiritualism is not exclusive. It does not require you to denounce any other faiths, nor does Wicca. So I do have a spiritualist background as well as a Wiccan. But anyways, I wanted to start this Sunday series because a lot of you, I've been writing and saying, I've heard about spiritualism. Can you tell us a little bit more about it? Well, when I was coming up through the years, we used to have Spiritualist church service on Sundays. And for those of you who haven't been to a Spiritualist church, it's a lovely experience. They're very similar to kind of a congregational style church. And people gather, and usually they'll have some hymns and prayers and some healing, and then a medium will take the stage and do a sermon. And sometimes a medium will even have a seance. They'll go into trance and deliver a message from the spirit world. And they also have readings for people in the congregation. So it's a really fun tradition. It's just a wonderful, mystical, and it's fun. And I thought it would be nice here at Spirit Channel to kind of revive some of that spiritualist tradition. For those of you, a lot of you probably don't live in areas where they have spiritualist churches. They're hard to find here in the United States. Now, for my viewers in the United Kingdom, and maybe even Australia, spiritualism is a little more prominent in your country. So if you're watching this in the UK or in Australia, look up in your phone directory and you may find a local spiritualist church very close to you. And if you're in the United States, it might be a little harder, but they're still around. But anyways, for those of you who aren't able to find a spiritualist church and still would like to have kind of a Sunday spiritual service, I thought we would start that. Okay? Anyways, what I want to do today is I brought to show you guys, this is let me come a little closer to the camera here. This is an old spiritualist manual. And for those of you who have been in the spiritualist churches, these are the old style books. Whenever you become a member of the spiritualist church, you get a book. It's kind of like the Bible of spiritualism. I've heard they don't make I don't know if they're still making these. I've heard somebody say they don't see them much anymore. So, anyways, but I have an old one. This one's actually one from the 1940s. I collect old spiritual books. But anyways, I thought we'd have a reading first today from the Spiritualist book. So to help you guys learn a little bit more about this, we're going to read from this page, which is about the definitions of spiritualism. Okay? So, and then afterwards, we'll have our trance address. Okay. These are the definitions about spiritualism. Number 1, spiritualism is a science, philosophy, and religion of continuous life based upon the demonstrated fact of communication by means of mediumship with those who live in the spirit world. Number 2, a spiritualist is one who believes as the basis of his or her religion in the communication between this and the spirit world by means of mediumship, and who endeavors to mold his or her character and conduct in accordance with the highest teachings derived from such communication. 3, a medium is one whose organism is sensitive to vibrations of the spirit world, and through whose intelligences in that world are able to convey messages and produce the phenomena of spiritualism. 4, a spiritualist healer is one, either through his own inherent powers or through his mediumship, is able to impart vital curative force to pathologic conditions. It goes on here and it has a little paragraph following. It says, Spiritualism is a science because it investigates, analyzes, and classifies facts and manifestations demonstrated from the spirit side of life. Spiritualism is a philosophy because it studies the laws of nature, both on the seen and unseen sides of life, and it bases its conclusions upon present observed facts. It accepts statements of observed facts of past ages and conclusions drawn therefrom, when sustained by reason and by results of observed facts of the present day. Spiritualism is a religion because it strives to understand and to comply with physical, mental, and spiritual laws of nature, which are the laws of God. Anyways, that's just a little reading from the Spiritualist manual. I thought each week maybe we'll have a little more from this, and we'll talk about that also. But anyways, you guys are all gathering, and we're going to have our seance. So just sit back, and let's see what the Spirit has. Oh, hello there. This is Fletcher. It's so good to be here with you. Well, we have a wonderful spirit here. Her name is Rose, and she's coming to bring a message to all of you. So I'm going to step from the medium's body now, and I'm going to let her come in. Greetings, my name is Rose. It is a real pleasure to be here with all of you. Today I could not help but reflect on the mystery of life over here, life in the spirit world. On the earth, many of you think of the earth as one place. You say, here we are on the earth. But even in the earth, there are many levels of reality. You have life that exists under the sea. You have life upon the earth. And you even have life, in a sense, in the sky by the birds who inhabit the treetops. And so even in your own world, there exist many dimensions of reality. The spiritual world is far more complex than the earth plane. For over here we speak of the spheres. There are many spheres of existence. There are higher realms and lower realms, and joyful realms and sorrowful realms. There are some on the earth who say that when one dies it does not matter, for one either goes into oblivion and extinction, or the other extreme, that all go to heaven. The truth of the matter is that as you have lived in life, so you shall be in death. Death does not change your reality. If Uncle Charlie was a gentleman who was very hostile in his life, he would not upon death suddenly become a gentleman of great mind and wisdom. As you are in life, so you shall be in death. It was a grave mistake that I made when I was alive. I thought, well, I'm a member of the Church of England, therefore I will go to heaven. But do you see, I did not live my life in accordance with the principles of heaven. And so when I died, I found myself in that place of darkness. On earth, many of you call it purgatory. It was a place of grave darkness and loneliness. I suppose it would be equal to that place that Jesus spoke of, the place of outer darkness, where there is much weeping. I found myself there, but I was not even wise enough to understand that I was in that place of darkness for a reason. For a long time I thought myself simply to have gone blind. You see, I thought that I had fallen into a hole somewhere and was walking in a cavern. But the truth was that I was dead. In the spiritual world, the spirit body has as much physical senses, in fact I would dare say more senses, than the earthly body. Your physical body is a duplication of your material body in every like, except for one thing: the spiritual body never dies, nor becomes aged or decayed. And you'll see it is this body that I found myself in. I was in the sphere of darkness. It was a sphere reserved for those who shut out all truth and all light. While in that place of darkness, I had many opportunities to open my mind to receive light. And you know, even angels came unto me, but I would not receive them, and I pushed them away. In the spirit world there is freedom. Freedom of consciousness, freedom of will, freedom of action. The only thing that is taken from you is your ability to move between the spheres as you so wish. As your consciousness evolves, you may move to higher realms. But for those like myself who are steeped in spiritual ignorance, there were not many options. I could wander in that one sphere of darkness, and even so I think today I would have still been there, were I not rescued by this medium and his spirit guide Fletcher. I owe them both a great debt of gratitude for their mercy, their kindness, and their assistance. As I was saying to you, the spheres of the spirit world are multiple. There are spheres where the angels dwell, and those are realms of light beyond compare. The greatest of souls will be found there, such as great people who live their lives doing service to humanity. The likes of Gandhi are found in such spheres. The likes of Jesus the Christ are found there, and all great souls who vibrate at that light. The spheres of the spirit world are dedicated to vibrational reality, meaning that each sphere has its own harmony. When you leave the body, you will hear a humming sound, a vibration, and it is the vibration of the spirit world. I remember when I first came to consciousness in this new realm of the spirit world, I heard a buzzing in my ears. And I thought, what is that? Does somebody have a transistor going? I did not understand what the sound was. But you'll see, it was the vibration of the realm that I was inhabiting. As one climbs through the spheres, the music becomes more beautiful and more enlightened. You should so endeavor to live your life in a way that you will vibrate closer to the highest spheres of light. It is not hard to attain it, but it requires daily devotion, patience, and dedication. Do not look upon yourselves with condemnation, but with love and self-acceptance. And as you love your fellow human, so you will raise your own light, and you will become like those who dwell in the highest spheres. It is a pleasure to be here with you today. My name's Rose. Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed the chance to come and channel for you. I love to do my trance work because when I do trance, it elevates my spirit very close to heaven. And the guides who take over, they give me such a peace and a joy. So I love to be a medium. I love to be a psychic. It's helped my world, and I hope it's helping your world as well. Anyway, so if any of you are interested in learning more about this, definitely come here every Sunday. We're going to have some readings here from our Spiritualist manual. And I hope that you will, listen to the messages of the guides and see what they have for you. I always learn so much. I never know what they're going to do, but I'm blessed. Anyways, thanks for being here. And, if you're somebody who wants to have more of an experience with channeling, I also do private channeling seances. And I'm going to put my links down below here to my website. And you can write me here at YouTube or Facebook or Spirit Channel, or call my office, and I'll put my number down there too. And if you want to get on my schedule for a private sitting, I'd love to do that for you as well. Listen, thanks for being here at Spirit Channel. You know, next week we'll have another Sunday seance. So be here, and I'll see you then. Blessings to you all.